want your self-sustainability. They want control.
Oh, that's beautiful. Because here's the thing. And how did they get people out of the country? I mean, how did the countryside? Well, they start putting all these rules and regulations on nature that you can't do this, you can't do that. They start prohibiting you, right? So they start grouping you together in what I call modern day projects, the projects. And so now we're all grouped together. And now you're right, they have control. Now they're building the railways so that these railways go by each of the projects, right? Each of these cities, so they can take you to a FEMA camp. So I want to ask you about FEMA camps. How many FEMA camp? First of all, what is a FEMA camp?
It's under the head of FEMA, if you will, and they're camps that are supposed to be rescue facilities in the event, like RX-84 centers. I'll give you an example. You can classify that as a FEMA camp. There is a document that I'm referencing, so people don't have to take my word for it. It's called Internment and Resettlement Document. I'll throw it up on the screen. I'll leave a link below. But in this document, it has nothing to do with prisons. It's within the last 10 years, this thing was created. There's prisons before, but they're FEMA camps, and they talk about RX-84 centers, which are supposedly on our border in the event of a mass crossover. This is a place that immigrants can go. Problem is, when you look at these facilities that they're building, they have guard towers set up all around them, triple and double and quadruple barbed wire fencing in the inside and the outside, and you're treated like a prisoner. You're allowed to make one phone call. They confiscate your cell phones. They confiscate your personal property. If this was really all about, and this, I will throw up those diagrams on the screen as I talk about them that show the prison facilities, so people don't have to take my word for it. It's there. I've read the entire document. But if it was really just about people crossing the border, then why not have it a little less secure? Why make it like the level of a prison with guard towers and guns and safety and outfits? And even there's another one, that civil labor document that makes the American people, or people that they have in those facilities, work laborious for free. Another document. Now, that said, the number of FEMA camps that are out there on these maps is highly exaggerated. Highly exaggerated. There's not that many.
Yeah, how many are there? That's my question.
There's about 30, it's a little over 30, so 30, 35, 36, I think was the number. I'm going off the top of my head. Now the map shows like hundreds of these things, but that's because the map that you Google online shows places that can be converted. I don't count the can be converted. Obviously they do that. They have converted many airports for temporary facilities. In the event of Katrina, they did that. Or in the event of a hurricane, they did that. Or they brought mobile things. That happens. That's often, right? But these are actual hardcore facilities that I'm talking about. And some of the facilities, a lot of them are unmanned. Nobody's at them. Some of them are dead in the water. Others are manned with no people in them. Others actually do have some immigrants in them. But for the most part, when we had the mass immigration crossover, no, they weren't being put into the RX-84 centers. They were given bus tickets and said to go off across the country. So we have this whole thing, and it's not even part of it. So you have to wonder, what is it really for if you actually didn't use it, especially during Obama's administration when they were all crossing over? What's the real purpose?
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, I want to announce to our audience, I think I've said this before, but I want to make it official. Lisa Haven is absolutely starring in The Last Evangelist. Okay. Now, I have to tell you, I went out to audition her in person. All right. And this gal can act, folks. I mean, Lisa, you're a good actress. I mean, have you ever studied before? I mean, because you're just natural. It's like we went back and watched your tape back in LA, and I told my crew, I said, watch this. And they go, wow. What's she been on? What has she done? I said, well, she talks about stuff in her living room. She's on YouTube. She's on the internet. Have you acted before?
No, I have never taken an acting class or anything.
That's great. You're a natural, and I'm glad to have you in the project. Okay. I really am.
Tell them about the upcoming, because I know we're going to do crowdfunding come March. Keep that in mind, because this is all for the movie that I'm going to be in. David's going to be in. It's going to be our TV series. I keep saying movie. TV series.
it belongs to us, folks. It's going to air on David Heavener TV. It'll air worldwide on Roku, Amazon, all the major platforms. We already have distribution set up. We're going to do a crowdfunding. Why? Because I need to raise the rest of the money to make this, to shoot this and give it the great quality it needs to have. Okay, this series is going to be around for a long time, like Gunsmoke. 20 years or more. Okay, so what we're going to do is in March, we're going to hold a crowdfunding campaign, which means you'll go to a place like Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and you can donate money. But before then, starting January the 1st, we are now going to start advertising it, telling people all about it. Because, folks, we need to build our lists so that when we do crowdfund, we have people to contact. So if you could go to lastevangelist.com and please sign that list. There's a newsletter, sign on it. We've got your name, we've got your information, and plus I'm going to send you out stuff anyway. You'll get notices and you'll get notified on things that's important. So yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. It's on lastevangelist.com, and there's a link for the newsletter there. I'm going to have it below, but subscribe to the newsletter. It's a very easy click, but it'll give you updates on the movie and keep you in the realm of what's going on. So subscribe to that newsletter, so we at least have the email profile that we can send out updates for that. So anyhow,
thank you. Yeah, and Lisa, also too, if they go on the site, you can donate now, and we have gotten donations, and I really want to thank people that's donated and signed up. But the people that's donated, I just want to say God bless you, and I appreciate it, and I'm praying for you too. You're part of the team, very valuable. So if you want to go on ahead of time, go on the site. You can go ahead and donate ahead of time before the crowdfunding even comes up. And I promise you, and that's why I'm so happy that Lisa's in this, that I really pray to God that the Holy Spirit gives me the wisdom to write these episodes in the way that's going to give you information that's going to help you guys out there. Okay, it'll be entertainment, but it's also going to give you valuable advice. All right, Lisa, so segueing into that real quick, I need to ask you this question. So now that we've got the FEMA camp set up, we've got railroads going all through the country, we've got these fires happening, these natural disasters where they're slowly herding us into groups. Man, this sounds just like a TV series. Now they need to go one step further in our barter and trade, and we need to go into a cashless society. And my question is, I see Bitcoin, I see cryptocurrency, and this is cashless, right? Does that fit into our cashless society? Does it fit into this at all?
It could. It could. I know people ask about that because I bring Bitcoin and on my channel, not Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency. And, there is a lot of possibility. So definitely, because it is a virtual coin, it could make, the world go cashless, if you will. But it's one of those, I think we got to wait and see where it goes, because there are different versions. You have Litecoin, Ethereum, you have Bitcoin, you have Venezuela making their own. So it's kind of turning into a virtual money, but not yet that global thing that I'm looking for, I guess, which more of, you can link it to the mark of the beast. Could it eventually be linkable? Possible. I don't discount that that's a possibility in the near future. So something to keep an eye out, if you will, definitely. Well, with that, David, we are kind of short on time. I don't want to go too long. I think we're at
all right,
almost 20 minutes. So we got to cut it short.
Oh man, time! Hey, it goes fast when you're having fun. I gotta get off of here because I have to go buy some Bitcoin. So excuse me.
Well, cool. Well, thanks again for tuning into my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to that newsletter. Go to davidheavnertv.com, and also go to lastevangelist.com and subscribe to that newsletter. It's a simple subscription, and keep a lookout or a heads up for the crowdfunding in March. And you can also donate on David Heavner's channel there. But the Last Evangelist TV series is going to be amazing. Well, thanks again for tuning in. This is Lisa Haven, and
hey, David Heavener, and don't forget, Lisa, I got to get you a T-shirt, Last Evangelist T-shirt.
Oh, I got one. I should have wore it.
Oh, you should have worn it. Okay. All right. Well, take care and God bless you.
You too. God bless. And thanks again for tuning in. God bless you guys also.